50th wedding anniversary, Mom and Dad, and Anita really appreciated everything you did to make this come together. This is the videotape of the event. It's a little rough. We don't have any editing equipment yet. That's probably 6 months or more away with the new house purchase, but here it is.
And I want to add that I apologize for, you'll see a lot of camera movement when people are playing and stuff, and that's something that we can fix when we finally get our editing. So, here we go.
Yeah, just red. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Dad.
He's always looking nice.
You have got to listen up.
It's normal. I'll be up front on this. It's normal. I do.
$6. Excuse me. Oh, yeah.
She don't like me to video.
Call her Calzy.
Halsey?
No, Sarah. Call her Sarah.
Sarah,
Now I
yeah.
really confused him.
There it is. You're on.
Oh.
I was standing looking for my other stool. Where'd it go? You, my friend, will be over here. And this may be too tall. I'm not sure. I want you to try
Those
sitting
are real
here.
full.
That's okay.
Nope.
Right in the middle.
Nope.
Right there.
Just
That's
aim her
good.
position.
Let's take
Todd.
Todd. Todd, you're going to be here right next to Larry. Facing your toes, pointing pretty much straight toward me. Swing around this way and come in a little closer to Dad. Your tie. Your face is
His
It's
face.
his face. Let me tell your face.
Start it off.
I'm sorry.
No, not quite right. Did I just tie it
I
screwy?
don't know what it is. Yeah. I'm not going to say that. It's just
I think I probably did.
back a little closer together in the front side. Pull yours down just a little bit. Particularly on your right
He's
side.
sure giving orders, isn't he?
It's okay.
Yeah, just flip down just a tiny bit if you don't mind. Regardless of which piece you do it. Larry, chin down just a little lower now. And then really pick on your lights or your lights low. It's my
He can
lights and
take
your
his glasses off.
Well, if you wear them all the time, I wouldn't
He
recommend you do that.
doesn't. He doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
You getting all this? Yeah. Tilt them just a little. It'll feel really weird, but if you don't tilt them too far, don't let them slide down your nose. Keep them up tight though. Okay? And that'll help get the reflection down a little bit better for you. Good. Nice smile. Keep your eyes
Like this.
I haven't tightened these in yet, but I want to make sure I have them on the right side before I do. Okay.
You want me to hold the drink? And my hands on the head. You look very pretty.
Yeah, your hands are in
Thank you.
No,
Is she
No,
I
no.
should have had some curls in my hair.
Okay. Just go ahead. Drink it. I'm not going to finish it.
Yeah, come on, Talia, smile, even though that your sister is in back of you. Smile, girls. This is the last high school picture that we get of you. Since you graduated. Shame.
Unscrew the top of the handle and the bit on the bit is screwed out in that.
Okay. Let's just.
Italian.
That looks pink. It does. We need to ditch it. I'm not going to take any more off until you get up here.
Oh, this is, no, this, it smells so good when you're making it, just really makes an aroma all good. Really, taste them. Oh, yeah.
That was good. I like that did thing.
Oh, look, what happened?
I'll eat that.
Daniel, your dad?
Can you help us with our set on our thing?
With your thing?
Our video camera.
Sure.
Thanks.
My niece, Sandra.
So how do you like running the front desk?
It's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Is it a fun job?
so far.
Meet any interesting people?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
who's gonna see this?
I don't know. Everybody, I think.
Okay.
Do you anticipate having enough of these spares on the wall?
Yeah. Yep.
We keep scrapbook.
Okay.
We're distant relatives and all of it. So we do keep scrapbook. Hey, thanks for that.
No, that is McCormick, let's see,
International Harvester.
International Harvester, Farmall B47.
Yeah, that's a Farmall H.
No, BN, it's
Oh,
the
it's
same size with BN.
Oh.
But the difference was, we had two wheels in the front like that.
Yeah.
And A has this, but it's the same size.
This has got the wide ones.
Yeah, just flip that thing on.
Is that out on the farm or is that by your house?
That's up there, back place. And that's my daughter right there.
How many acres? I used to sell Ellis Chalmers tractors that had Jerome.
Oh, Louise is the view. My view is?
Yeah.
She's the camera.
Immortalizing you.
Hello?
We lived in view out of and
That's our daughter. Nice to meet you. Hi, Frank. It stayed down here. Yeah, I should know. Yeah, all these years knowing Don, he's just like, yeah, I give him a lot of that. He just worked for me.
Yeah, oh yeah. Do you know well, basically, it's supposed to be about 95, and I took it out. I had a lot of fun out there. It's been a month ago.
Oh, I thought that so she doesn't get any infection.
Thanks. That made it easy.
Get a picture of her, Nampa, her mother.
Okay.
And we went down through Vegas in 1935. And when we got to Vegas, just outside of Vegas, it looked like a little oasis. Vegas. And then look at it now. Just one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. Colorado.
Still buy a good suit.
Gives California a lot of work.
During the bull there, Ed.
Hi, Priscilla. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I know, but you're living by. But we're not.
Hello. Hi, everybody. We'd like to get our program started. On behalf of our family, we are really glad that you are here this day to celebrate this wonderful occasion of Robert and Donna Jean Van Sickle's 50th wedding anniversary. I need to wait for my brother.
Yeah, Anita would like you to move over to the arch. Finish their hors d'oeuvres before they move up here. And he's going to start us off right with the third bow polka. So feel free to clap and sing along.
And ignore my mistake. Mom and Dad met through Dad's sister, Luana. Luana, where are you? Will you please stand? Luana was friends with my mom, and so she introduced my father to my mother. The only problem before this was that Mom didn't know that Luana did not know Mom's maiden name. So through another mutual friend, she got her name, found out it was Torrey, and so my dad went to the farm, and for my father's, to meet her, and for my father's life history, I need to take a breath. I'm not very good at this. I asked Donna if she would like to go to pick up her calf with me the next day or so, and she said sure. The next day we went and we stopped at the 5 Mile store. It's not there anymore, but we stopped to buy a drink of pop. I played the punch board and won her a box of candy. When I took her home, I asked her if she would go to the Golden Green Ball. She said yes. She nor I could dance, but it was about 2 weeks before we were to go. My sister Betty showed me a few steps so I would be prepared. Donna and I had a nice time together. From the time we met, I don't think we missed a day. Then we didn't see each other. After going together for a month, I asked her to marry me, and you know the answer. Mom had a different perspective of that bone green ball that night. She states she could not see the band play, so she stood up on the chair. And wouldn't you know, she fell right through the chair. I guess it didn't matter that night because love had found a home with them. Now we have a special presentation for our parents. Wait. Oh. We have to start the music. This is the corny part, okay? Okay. Mom and Dad did not get to go to Hawaii for their 25th wedding anniversary. And so today, for their 50th wedding anniversary, we're going to send them to Hawaii for just a few moments. Now we can come. Mom said it was cloudy and there was snow on the ground that day. the young couple moved into their home, which my father built. Mom's father, Jake Torrey, helped my father put on the plaster of their new little home. Years later, the couple had a newspaper article written about them and their little farm in the Idaho Free Press. They had a sheep that played leapfrog. He'd jump over a dwarf white-faced calf, and all that the calf got from the sheep was a really scornful look. Also, they had another calf that, having a taste for white top and thistles, he cleared the pasture of all the noxious weeds and left the grass. The couple was very happy in their little home. Would be after the ball, in which the couple's granddaughter, Talia, will now play. That she was kind and loving, and she made a wonderful home for him. I asked Mom what the best thing about Dad was the love that he has for her, especially when she's been sick. He's always been by her side, caring for her illness. I think this is a very special quality. Dad and Mom's anniversary is very unique in the fact that they were married on Dad's birthday. So will you please join us in singing Happy 78th Birthday to my father. Danielle's going to start you out here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Donna. Happy birthday to you. So one day, Todd did this. He scared her so well or so bad, the fork that Mom had in her hand, she threw it and it went right into the screen door and stuck there. Let me tell you, Todd never scared her again. National Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, was established.
Apartheid also became the official government policy of South Africa.
West and East Germany were formally established as separate nations.
U.S. Air Force's Lucky Lady completed its first non-stop trip around the world.
The electron microscope was developed.
1984, a book by George Orwell was published.
I gotta tell you something funny. Todd said, in 1949, books were established. shows at the time were Texaco Star Theater,
Candid Camera,
Colgate Theater.
Kukla, Fran, and Ollie.
I gotta tell him, he didn't know who Kukla, Fran, and Ollie was. And most important, Silly Putty was introduced.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't think those two are related. Some Enchanted Evening. Swing was in. And the big bands were very popular, and one of the tunes most popular at the time was the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. So let's visit a cantina. Let's take ourselves back to that time with Anita and Danielle.
Was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man of his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Name is Louis Bugle for his uncle's town. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the captain went out and drafted a band. He really breaks it up with heedless reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Toot to the savage, he blows it 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar are playing with him. He makes a company jump with heedless reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stomp their feet because they know how he plays when someone gives him a beat. He really breaks it up with heedless reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Toot to the savage, he blows it 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar are playing with him. He makes a company jump when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Cried about how Mom and Dad has touched her heart. There were many comments given about service when nothing was expected in return. Many pieces of furniture and children's clothing were given away. And who hasn't tasted Mom's yummy chocolate chip cookies and left with good food in our stomachs and a warm feeling in our hearts when we left their home. I think Mom could have been a good psychiatrist, because she always gives people like chocolate chip cookies and sit down, and she'd always like listen to you, what you had to say. And so I think that's a really good quality. I learned about a very special widow with 3 little boys who had run out of food and money. Mom and Dad had butchered a steer and brought a lot of meat to the small family. When the widow found out, she started to cry, and she explained to them that she was broke, and that she had just run out of food and didn't know what she was going to feed the children. Of course, Todd and I had so much to be grateful for. In most of the letters about our parents, comments were made that their children was their main goal in life. We were always told that since we were adopted, that we got chosen out of hospital and the other people had to take what they got. Instead of growing in my mom's tummy, Todd and I grew in her heart. Unconditional love was practiced in our home and still is. I can't ever remember Mom and Dad quarreling in front of each other and tearing each other down. We were never lectured, but we were always taught by example. They mean so very much to us, and we love them so very much. Mom and Dad, despite the doubts and troubles you've gone through, there's no doubt at all about your love. Though many now change partners when they want to, you've found your one and chosen not to move. In doing so, you've given me a picture more beautiful than any I might draw, more potent than the persuasive lecture, with far more force than any rule or law. So much. This was not part of the program. So much that you've given to me, yet what you've given of time and love and money and concern is less than what I've seen as you have striven to make your lives a lesson I might learn. I am grateful for the things that you did and do, even more for what you made of you. My father, who grew up in the Depression, always wanted to be a rich man. If you will see on the tables, there are gold chocolate coins, which are the love and friendship in this room and elsewhere for Bob and Donna Dean, and their cherished memories of their past 50 years. Truly, my parents are very wealthy. People who go about their lives quietly, do the best they can do, and are good moral people. We are so glad to celebrate 50 years of their love today. We would be pleased to hear from Todd, who is eating cake. He will now close our program by playing the Tennessee Waltz. You're welcome to more food, and again, thanks for coming.
can see, the piano's still in the garage. A couple more weeks and it'll be in the house. And it's also covered in all the piano rolls you got us, or at least a good portion of them. So, like I told you, we're gonna play one for you. So, here we go.
Get a shot of that there. We'll just see what we got. There it is. Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Great. A funny-eared dog in the We should mention that many of the notes that sounded like clunkers were actually the dog's tags going ting 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 through the whole show, right, Faust?